feelings, Jamie, on coming into the England game after seeing those two performances?
My heart was always going to be Welsh. You know, always, never. To be fair, looking at Pivac, he had a hard job coming in. He had big boots to fill. I got to be honest. To come in after Gatlin was a massive ask, and I think the Welsh wrote him off before we started. He's what he knows the young boys. They're coming in with, well, it's proved they've come out with a bit of class. Do you know what I mean? Zammit, Sheedy, you know, he's given them the benefit of that. He's given them a run, and the boys are doing well. I think they're running and they're playing and they're enjoying, and I think that showed when we played England. But like I said, I was a bit dubious about coming to England. Like you said, internationals, they did look quite good, didn't they? But
I think yes, I was saying, you know, your heart is always thinking, well, it doesn't matter who you're playing, but my head was thinking, and to be fair, you know, I bump into people around here, English people, and it was like, and for some reason, they were more confident about Wales winning than I was. You know, whether it was, you know, like a double bluff, but they genuinely, you know, you bump into a postman and he's wearing his English cap and it's like, oh, you know, you play Wales on Saturday. Yeah. But, you know, and they were more confident about Wales. So whether they saw something in England that I wasn't seeing, you know, because yes, they didn't convincingly beat Italy, you know, to concede 18 points against the team who are the last 2 or 3 years, the whipping boys, because obviously they've gone downhill. You know, they're getting worse, not better. I wasn't confident at all. What was your opinion before the game, John?
Well, you know, you mentioned earlier there, Stephen, you know, Wales against Scotland, Ireland, 14 men, unfortunately. You know, I recall going down to New Zealand for the second Lions test there. And, you know, Sonny Bill gets sent off fairly early in the game. And we had to work so hard as a Lions team to win that game. So, you know, when teams go down to 14, they step up their game, you know. So, and Ireland and Scotland did that. So, you know, even with 14 men, you've still got a challenge on your hands, you know. So that isn't a huge disadvantage, you know, in so much that the team then recognize, you know, if you get somebody sin bin for 10 minutes, then it's, oh, right, can we survive without giving any points away? But when you've got somebody red carded and you've got a long way to go, the team really steps up, as New Zealand did in that second test, as Scotland did, as Ireland did against Wales. So, you know, although it was an advantage, yes, you know, it's not a gimme. And then going into England, as you said, you know, England in their previous games, and to be fair, you know, people like Farrell and Itoje and Vinapula, they have had match time, you know, and I think that's shown tremendously. But, you know, as you've read as well, you know, one of the issues the England team, I think, have got at the moment is there's no leadership there. You know, Farrell is not a captain. And, you know, to give you an example, you know, when they played Wales and the penalties that England are giving away at the moment, you know, I'm so surprised nobody stepped in and said, right, guys, you know, Itoje, for example, against Wales, 5 penalties, right? One person, and at crucial times as well. You know, if that had been Ali Wynn, he would have said, you give one more penalty away and I'm substituting you, you're off, you know? Whereas England was tapping him on the backside saying, hey, never mind, you're playing well. Load of nonsense. So that gives us, you know, if that puts England, that's where they're lacking. Having said that, I hope they beat France and then, you know, the Grand Slam's ours then, isn't it?